Boo boo beep boop 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 boo. Boo boo boop 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 boo. Beep boop 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 boo. Boop boop boop
Boop boop beep
bee.
beep boo. Boop boop beep beep boo.
We host this.
Whoa, we're
Whoa!
live and we
Kristen
host.
clapping.
Yeah. Audience cheering effects.
Whoa. Wow, the one person in the back really is excited.
That one
Yeah.
person in the back sounds like they smoke too much.
Well, don't judge them, Don't judge them for their previous life's choices. Judge them for their choice to be here and waste their time.
Yeah, like two people in chat right now.
Who?
The people in
Sorry,
chat. The two
I had
people
to
in
burp, so I
chat.
muted myself. Also, hello. Hello, this is recorded live on twitch.tv/Ankastasia. It's We Host This. We're here every week, somehow. Somehow, every week.
Still making it every week, despite our
Still do.
best,
Yeah.
our best
We just don't know any better.
knowledge,
Against our better, against our better judgment. We're here.
judgment.
Seasonal greetings. Halloween has weaned its last Hallow. The ghosts are on vacation now. They're taking a while off. They've worked hard. They've prepared for months for this. For this Halloween. Got to give it to them. They only show
They
up
ate
once a
their
year, but
last wiener.
wowee, yeah, incredible. They had the big after party where they served a lot of weenie. Yeah,
Where is the hell of the hall of wieners?
uh, in Frankfurt.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense actually. So is that where
Yeah,
they gather up all the ghosts every year in the hall of
yeah,
wieners?
yeah. They gobble up some ghosts, the ghosts of wieners, mind you, wieners of the
Oh,
past.
they're
Yeah,
spectral
well,
wieners. That's why you guys have Weisswurst in Germany.
you have to have, ghosts can't eat, material things. Got to make ghost wieners.
Hmm. I think I might have eaten in my past life when I was still eating meat. I might have also eaten ghost wieners.
Yeah, I can never think of like, Weisswurst is kind of tasty. It's just kind of weird. I never ate it properly, which I don't know if you know what that is.
No, I don't think so.
You're supposed to zotzeln,
Excuse me?
zotzeln.
Tutzeln.
Yeah, you're supposed to suck it out of the skin, kind of.
What?
That's how you're supposed to eat Weisswurst. Yeah,
What? Oh, why is that so vile?
you eat it with, I believe you eat it with honey mustard, and then you zotzel it out of the skin. I once My best buddy and I, at some point, like years ago, for some reason, we were on a thing where we hung out and we ate Weisswurst. I don't know, just one of those things was like, yeah, that would be fun to eat that stuff. Like, that would be fun to watch Super Bowl like once. It's something different. And
You
I
did
don't know,
Super Bowl, German style.
that's separate. Yeah, that's separate. I was just saying, it's like things you just want to try.
Like
You
Tutzeln and
know,
Super Bowl at the same
you,
time.
you just hang out with a buddy to try and suck on some wieners. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly couldn't. I cannot suck the sausage meat out of the casing. I don't know how they do it. I have no idea. Maybe their Weisswurst is way undercooked. I have no clue. But the thing I remember from that is that Weisswurst is very white. It's like an eggshell kind of white, I guess. It's not perfectly white, but very, very pale. And it has very visible specks of herbs in it, right? Green
Mm.
herbs, like very rectangular bits of herbs. And I ate a Weisswurst, and this was like, what is this weird chewy bit in here? And I took it out. It looked exactly like the herbs, but it was a tiny rubber tube bit that had the same color as the herbs.
Oh no.
And I had no idea where that came from, but it's to this day. Whenever I ate Weisswurst, I was like, I hope there's not more rubber in this.
That's only the
So
rubber you detected.
yeah, but also, where does that come from? How does that end up in there? It was like someone stripped green cables. When you strip cables to plug them into like a speaker or a sound system, it seemed like exactly the same length, but like a stripped cable casing.
So it was like a circle too. It wasn't just like one little
Yeah.
chunk of something, but an
No, it wasn't
actual.
flat either. You could tell that it was a tube, and I was just confused.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm
I
glad
don't know.
you didn't actually ingest that.
I mean, what would have happened? I'm sure as a kid I've eaten something like that before.
Still not good to eat plastic, whatever the case.
You say that, but we do that every day anyway.
Yeah, we do and we shouldn't. And I have a topic that we should address about that, which
Oh
is
God.
going to go first into like first I want to ask people that are listening how.
Oh, sure they'll respond immediately.
Yeah, send your responses either in chat or at we host this podcast at gmail.com. Let's do the advertising of our email in between so it's out of the way. But like how many people actually have black cooking utensils in their kitchen? Cuz I do have a couple of them. And I
Brag
how about
much.
what about you? How many do you have, huh?
Like one,
Like one.
maybe, I think. Those black IKEA tongs that probably everybody has.
I've never had black IKEA tongs.
Well, I have them, and I'm sure many people do because IKEA sells them.
Well, anyways, there's an article that I read from The Atlantic, and it's not the only news source that wrote about this, but there are basically um, there is a high chance that in black cooking utensils, that there is fire retardant in those. Basically, the problem is that a lot of black utensils are made from recycling plastic that comes from televisions and other electronics. And when they make those electronics, or at least in the past, because now it's illegal to do this anymore, but they used to put fire retardant in those black plastics because obviously you want to keep your electronics from catching a lot of fire if there's a short circuit.
Only a little fire.
Only a little fire, or maybe no fire at all. Depends.
Preferably, maybe no
Yeah,
fire.
but at least if it's just a little fire, you can maybe deal with it. But yeah, because recycling is just kind of done like at random, there's this stuff that could end up in the material that they actually make the plastic, like black plastic stuff from. And even if you outlaw this in one country, because of how recycling works, they might actually still procure materials from other countries and use those in the process of manufacture. And this is worse when you actually use these plastic tools with like hot cooking oil or with like hot temperatures, because that's where it's the easiest to get these flame retardants to leak out into your food and shit. And that increases risk of cancer, apparently.
Add it
And
to the list. Yeah.
yeah.
Add it to the list of the bajillion things that do.
Well, what does it say in this article? Some flame retardants are endocrine disruptors, which can interfere with the body's hormonal system, and scientific literature suggests that they may be associated with a range of ailments, including thyroid disease, diabetes, and cancer. People with the highest blood levels of PBDEs, a class of flame retardants found in black plastic, had about a 300% increase in their risk of dying from cancer compared with people who had the lowest levels, according to a study released this year.
So they that begs a question that I never thought about. I mean, yeah, like a lot of electronic devices are black, but what if they are not black? Like if I buy a TV that's actually yellow and that gets recycled, surely that would also have that flame retardant stuff in it, unless the flame retardant stuff is black. So they cannot use it in stuff that isn't black, and that's why most stuff is black.
That's a good question.
That's
But
what I'm curious about.
the thing is that it's very fucking rare that there's a yellow television. Like, still, most electronics were kind of made from black plastics, I think.
I'm looking around and like anything electronic that I own is actually black. if there's plastic involved and it can get hot, is electronic or it can get hot. The plastic involved is pretty much always black, I guess.
I mean, you can still have like I guess grays or silvers or whites. I guess those are maybe reds. I've also seen monitors and stuff that maybe had like a red. Um,
Yeah, but then is that also the same stuff?
I
Because this
don't
seems to
know.
be. I've only heard about black stuff too, which is curious. Like my water filter is white, my air purifier is white, but it has black plastic in it in parts. My the watch the like the daylight alarm on my bedside table is white, but that doesn't get warm, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good question, and this might require a bit more research because I just read this one article.
Well, that's always good to base an entire thing on.
I mean, how much can I really read realistically? Like, I'm gonna read a thing and I'm gonna hope that this news outlet did their research
Hmm.
enough that they would actually feel uh, compelled and like competent to write
The
about this
best,
topic.
I guess, just get metal utensils and get all and silicon stuff if you need to deal, or silicon or wood, I guess, if you
Yeah, I
deal with
don't
heat.
even know if silicon is much better.
I don't know. I mean, some people have silicon allergies, but I'm not sure. Silicon gets used in medical applications all the time as well, like latex. I mean,
So you think that because they use them in medical stuff, they are less likely to contaminate?
I honestly don't know. We're probably going to find out that that's also bad, and we got to use everything that's made out of air or something. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, just
Man,
get yourselves air spatulas.
wood, I guess, but untreated wood probably, or something. Then I don't know, man. I have no clue.
I'm
I don't
going
know.
to look into whether black plastic always has flame retardants in it. But I don't think they do because I like the article was saying that if you have a utensil made out of black plastic, it doesn't always come up with these flame retardants when they actually test it because that was the challenge that you can't always know if your utensils are actually contaminated with that stuff or not.
No, I got that. I feel like I would just accept that. But what I question is any other color. Why I wouldn't, why wouldn't you worry about that too?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to be mega cautious, you just shouldn't use any plastic utensils in cooking at all.
Yeah, I mean, then yeah, I mean, we certainly get to, we kind of get to me having a hard time thinking of what I want to say.
It's fine.
I
Sometimes it's
mean,
legit to also say nothing.
no microplastics. That's what I mean, ma'am. Microplastics.
Shalama has a
Eh,
thing today about calling me ma'am, despite the fact
I
that
don't
that
know
makes
what you're
me
talking
feel
about.
very old.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And
I think
I
you're mishearing things.
yeah, because I'm so old, I am having hearing issues.
Yeah, ma'am.
Well, there's another thing that's related to food that I wanted to share with you today. In the same, this is much less ominous and concerning and just rather straight up stupid. But I think it was this morning. I was
Wow,
looking
I
at,
like. Can I say something?
yeah,
Uh, uh, First, it just happens to be my birthday this month. Just saying. Just
casually
saying.
putting that out there.
Just say. I am older than you, I guess. Ma'am.
God,
But
somebody
what
get me out of this place. I hate it
what
here.
I actually wanted to say is that yeah, I forgot what I wanted to say again.
Shalema, just let me finish my bit then and just don't say anything
Oh,
for a while.
to say that I liked how you brought so many topics that you have so much to say, because I believe I only have one thing for this week.
My topics are very short.
Well, mine is something that essentially boils down to one sentence. So yeah.
I mean, the way that I have the knowledge that I have about my topics boils down to one sentence too.
Well, we'll see, man. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to share the fact that there are Doritos that have the flavor Cool Ranch in the
Yeah.
United States. because
Yeah.
the Americans love their ranch dressing.
Yeah.
But in Europe, because people often don't have the concept of ranch dressing, they had to name it differently as they do. And guess what they call them in including Germany as I checked by checking Amazon.
I forgot what they were called when I bought them last. They were called something cool, but I don't remember.
Wait, so you've actually bought these?
Yeah, they used to be available here. It's very inconsistent what and when stuff is available here. Like we get Takis now, but for some reason you cannot get ranch Doritos right now. I have no idea. But I
Interesting.
used to be able to buy them, yeah. I
Yeah.
kind of thought they were underwhelming, but not bad. They were okay.
Underwhelming is not great though.
I had flaming hot Doritos recently because those are available here right now for some reason.
Yeah. Wow, you
Yeah.
are so adventurous with trying out Doritos. I'm not very interested, but
Yeah, so wild and wacky and adventurous,
mm,
so crazy eating Doritos. Who does that?
I don't
Jeez, I'm
know.
such
I
a
don't
renegade.
You're such a like a USA fan. Anyways, the Doritos in Germany are called freaking cool American.
Well, that's wicked cool, man.
I think the conversation on Blue Sky that I saw involving Doritos was like, I don't know who it was, some person that for some reason got media exposure in the United States right now in light of the elections was somebody who was like advocating that Trump, with the help of Trump, they're going to change the diet of Americans because the Americans are just eating crap and Trump is going to change that while he himself eats KFC and
How
fucking burgers and whatever all the
that
time.
is something those are two things I never would have expected to be connected. Donald Trump and clean eating.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck those two are related in this person's mind. I don't know who it was. It was just this guy's picture. And people
He
in the
famously
comments,
had a he famously had a celebratory like dinner with I think like an NFL team or something, and he invited them, or was it the NBL? And all it was is just huge plates full of McDonald's.
oh, well, that's a great example he's setting. But anyway, so the point was that people in chat were discussing how they're going to ban Doritos in the United States, and then these people in chat were going to become Dorito smugglers so they could smuggle cool American back into the USA.
Oh god,
I don't know. It was just kind of ridiculous.
that is so dumb. I'm trying to figure out what they used to be called because I don't think they used to be called Cool American. I don't remember that name.
I don't know. In the UK, they're called Cool Originals, presumably.
Yeah, maybe
But
that's what I bought them as.
but
Because it's possible that the ones I bought were also UK imports.
maybe. But if I actually look up Cool American on Amazon DE, I actually find results. So
Hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe they are just becoming available here. Because for a while, I think it was kind of rare to see them.
You get 10 bags of 185 grams for 27 bucks right now.
What I want is Cheetos, but we don't get them.
You know what I don't like about us talking about shitty snack food? That people who listen to this podcast think that we're endorsing eating that shit.
Well, you shouldn't eat it unless you kind of have a moment of self loathing, which, that's fair.
Yeah, like we definitely don't think that you should eat this stuff or that we should eat this stuff, but we sometimes do stupid things.
Well, don't eat it, but buy Delight Natural Cool Ranch Lip Balm,
That's not what I have here.
or get dill pickle, nacho cheese, or bacon flavor on Etsy.
Wait, are you serious that you can actually get ranch dressing lip balm?
Maybe.
There's Cool Ranch lip balm. No. Delight Naturals Cool Ranch. 3
This is
pack.
actually German, I think. I'm not sure. Where does this come from? This is from the USA. It's
Yeah,
just
it's from the
Etsy doing the
USA.
auto translate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get Cool Ranch. You can get nacho cheese.
That is
I
so
know they make a ton
stupid.
of flavors, lip balm flavors.
Bacon, dill pickle, nacho cheese, Cool Ranch.
Yeah, you know what I want when I lean in for a to snatch a kiss from my sweetheart? I want to smell that cool, pickly sour cream onion smell. And want to taste that when I get a smooch. Yeah. You know, when you eat sour cream and onion flavors or like Cool Ranch and you have that aftertaste in your mouth? What if you kissed somebody and your lips tasted like that?
Without
Delicious.
without the horror of actually eating those ingredients, though.
Yeah, sure. I also love how it's called Delight Naturals. Yeah, the natural flavor of Cool Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm looking at what other flavors they have because this is a ridiculous amount of flavors that they have. They have gin and tonic, tequila and lime, honey bourbon, rum and coke. Seriously. These people in this Etsy store have hundreds of ridiculous flavors.
I never thought about this. And yeah. Yeah. There's
Great.
an entire market of flavored lip balms. Yeah.
Pecan pie. Woohoo! Pecan pie.
There's also what? Dr. Delight. Oh, yeah, they can't call it Dr. Pepper, I'm sure. But the color is fitting.
Ah, yeah, I guess that's what that is. I was also looking at that when I was like, "What is Dr. Delight?" But I guess you're on the mark with the Dr.
Not
Pepper, probably.
not a medical doctor.
But
There's
there's
no
also
period after the DR. Not a medical doctor. Not a real doctor.
there's also Dr. Delight coconut though. There's no coconut Dr. Pepper, is there?
Uh Honestly, I don't know. In America, there's so many weird flavors that we don't get. That we have That's the thing I'll never get tired to mention is, and I've since seen TikToks where people take the piss, and it's always a big old poop throwing battle between people being like, "Yeah, but Europeans, Americans, so much stuff, no." And it always goes back and forth. The Americans overconsume, and then Europeans are blah blah boring. And for real though, they have entire aisles full of like Coke flavors. We have like what, vanilla, cherry, and maybe sometimes you get Coke, Diet Coke with lemon in it.
You also
And
get freaking orange mix and shit in here.
yeah, matzo mix. That's not what I mean, though. America gets a lot more Coke flavors. Or you can buy 20 things that taste like Fruit Loops. We get one thing that tastes like Fruit Loops. It's Fruit Loops.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I can attest to the fact that Americans have a shit ton of variations that nobody asked for.
Yeah. I've seen videos of people doing taste tests of 20 things that taste like Fruit Loops. And if I did that here, I could buy one thing and be like, yeah, this is a minute long. And half of that is me talking and not even producing the thing.
I don't know, but there's definitely the tendency in Germany to also produce random crap. Like everybody gets their own protein bar, or everybody gets their own little chocolate brand, or I don't
I
fucking
don't
know.
think that's anywhere close to what America has,
Or
probably.
or like energy drinks. Energy.
Yeah, we have stupid fat drinks as well. That's true. And now we actually are getting the same crap, like the influencer stuff. Some influencers make happy pizza and happy chips, and it's
And
all
ice
like
creams and
some.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, before that was reserved for TV cooks, and now TV cooks have even more crap that they put into shops, and you're supposed to believe that it's better. But they cooked before they made these products. They cooked with the same shit that you and I can buy. It's not like they had their special little things that only they could buy. So how's their shit special now?
Special because they touched them with their grubby little nails.
Yeah. I don't know, because they have a platform and people watch their stuff and they get sucked into believing that they know what they're talking about. I mean, I've been there like over 10 years ago. My mom has been.
Yeah.
Jamie Oliver doing frying pans because, of course, a cook certainly knows about the machining and engineering that's in making a frying pan because he studied metalworking, of course. How the fuck does John Oliver know how to make a frying pan well?
Not John Oliver.
I mean,
Jamie
wait,
Oliver.
sure, Jay.
I mean, John Oliver would have the same amount of knowledge, to be honest.
I mean, interchangeable. I mean, one of them would actually be modest enough to acknowledge that they have no idea. But yeah.
Yeah, and probably would also joke about how he looks like an accountant or something.
He always jokes that he sounds like the I forgot his name, the parrot from Lion King or Jungle Book. I forgot which one it was in,
I couldn't
but he
tell
sounds
you.
like that Disney parrot character. Oh, the one from Aladdin. Yeah, that one. Never mind. Entirely the wrong movies. Yeah, my brain bad. I got hit hard by seasonal affective disorder, so brain bad. But I'm doing fine. Yeah. What were we talking about?
I don't know. You can talk about something from your week if you want.
It's a short week. We had a holiday on Thursday, so I only work 4 days a week. I don't work on Fridays, so I just get an insanely long weekend.
Well, what holiday was it?
Uh, fuck me, Allerheiligen or some crap.
What?
Uh, I don't know, ma'am. It was Reformation Day. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a Reformation Day, Christian holiday, because
What
we
is
have those in Germany.
Reformation?
Is it not the thing? Do we have to learn this now?
We don't. I just don't actually know
Uh,
what the frick that means.
it's like, is it not the Martin Luther King? Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, Martin Luther, that guy thing is what I wanted to say, but I said King, which made it into an entirely different person. Yeah, it is.
It's when
The
the church
Reformation Day
split
is
off.
the Reformation celebration, or the Memorial Day of the Reformation, which is celebrated by evangelical Christians in Germany and Austria on the 31st of October. And they think of, yeah, because Martin Luther reformed the church. He had his little list of stuff and he nailed that to a church door, I believe, in 1517. I once bought my ex uh, Playmobil, little Martin Luther, because it was the only thing I could think of for a gift. Because she was very Christian. She was very evangelical.
Are you fucking kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. He looked cute though. He had his little list.
Fucking
I found him at Thalia.
Playmobil Martin Luther for a religious girlfriend. What is going on?
No, not for the girlfriend, for her mom.
I thought you said for your ex.
No, no, no. Her mom was very Christian. I wouldn't date a very devout person because I would never keep up.
Okay,
Oh,
I
bad
don't know.
request.
I
That
don't
thing
know.
doesn't work.
I can click that link, but I guess either I misheard when you included her mom in that sentence or you just didn't.
I think I did, but you go back and comment on this or send us an email.
Oh yeah, this was a thing from 2017, 500
Yeah.
years of reformation, the
And
fucking
he has
Playmobil special edition
he has
thing.
a yeah, he has a little cute quill, and he has a little cute golden book, and a very look how happy he is, very proud of himself
Did
to make the
your
book
did
of the
your ex's
that
mom
ends.
appreciate this
But
present?
yeah, I think she did. Well, it was, it was fitting, and she could display it, and it's, it she cares about this. I thought it would be nice to gift something somebody cares about. Correct me
I
if
don't
I'm
know.
wrong. I thought this was thoughtful to gift a little Playmobil Martin Luther for the ages 4 to 99. If you're 100 years old, get the fuck out of here. You can't play with this. You're not allowed to have that.
Kind of mean, but okay, I guess.
Yeah, I believe it actually was a limited edition for 500 years of Reformation. Yeah. Now that I look at it, there's a little story of my life. There's like many reviews, and people really like it.
I don't know. It just feels weird because anything that gets made into a toy but is a religious topic just feels very silly and almost like that topic isn't being taken serious.
Oh, you mean why? Religion can be taken serious when it comes into other media. Like when the Vatican last week released their new mascot, the anime character Luce.
Nice segue.
Yeah, literally last week, the Vatican. I think it was last week, right? I believe so. At least that's when I learned about it, and I saw
28th of
all the
October.
articles.
20th of
Yeah.
October, this tweet from Catholic TV.
Yes, the Vatican has unveiled the official mascot of the Holy Year 2025, Luce, Italian for light. I'm sure that's not how that's pronounced, but I'm going to do it anyway. Archbishop Fisichella, fish, fishy,
Fishy.
says the mascot was inspired by the church's desire to live even within the pop culture so beloved by our youth. You know, gotta appeal to them kids. Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. Luce will also serve as the mascot of the Holy See's Pavilion at Expo 2025 in Osaka, Japan. The Holy See Pavilion will also display the 17th century painting, The Entombment of Christ by Caravaggio.
Also, that's yeah. Obviously, they're gonna try to appeal to Japan with this thing. Yeah, she looks incredibly kawaii. Disney, so friggin' animu. It's insane,
And she
and
has
she's
a
already
freaking
been
necklace with the freaking beads and the cross.
yeah. You know, they invite a dangerous territory with this, with the internet, because anime. You
Oh god,
know,
please.
and she's already been very memed. Like she's been put into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure context a lot because there's one JoJo part that has not been made into an anime yet that has a very religious theme in that it does feature the Vatican and Italy as like a devout Christian place, having being the origin of a certain character, and literally features the body of Christ being a main plot point. So there's a lot of interesting memes, kind of funny memes around this character already, and in many other media as well. I'm sure soon they will even turn her into like some Hatsune Miku thing.
Oh
I mean,
god. I mean, she's
I
got the
want
blue
to,
hair.
yeah. She also has friends, I believe. There's more characters that look similar. She's made up to look like a shepherd of some sorts or like a pilgrim because she has the stick. She has some muddy hiking boots on and a raincoat.
True.
She has that huge cross strip around her neck.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
This is such a weird PR thing that I don't know why they're doing this.
Pellegrini di Speranza. It says on some of this promotional art, and she has another friend with pink hair. Oh, she has a little boo boo on her knee though, and she has a little bag around her shoulder with a teddy bear face. And she has a black haired friend and another African friend, I guess, and like a little flying baby with, for some reason, an anchor on its head. I don't know what's going on there.
Wow, yeah. The Catholic Herald is
Not a black hat
showing
friend.
all
I mean,
these images.
black haired friend. I don't know. They're trying to to basically represent other ethnicities too, because they gotta have that reach. You know,
Mm.
they have like a, I don't know, when they unveiled her, they have this statue of her. Even that's, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. And the internet had a little obsession over her. Just it took so long for them to do them "Hello, fellow kids" things.
Yeah, they
Look at
finally did
us,
it.
we get you.
We know what kids like.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have anything else on this topic.
They even made a freaking Luce mascot Wikipedia page.
Of course, they. I mean, anybody can have their wikis about their fictional characters. Why not the church? Some have SCPs, others have I don't know, Jesus Christ, Moses, and stuff. Hello.
Yeah, I'm still looking at this wiki, but yeah. There were comments about how it's too modern and silly by some traditionalist commentators.
Oh yeah, because church has to be all boring and unappealing to everybody young. At the same time, I'm kind of being, I'm kind of having a little fun of dunking on it, but at the same time, why shouldn't the church go with the time? It's supposed to be always contemporary, kind of, right? Like religion is always present; it should always fit into the modern day as well,
Yeah,
if it
well,
actually is true.
if they're gonna do that, then maybe they should also do more of the stuff of not saying that gays are from hell or are going to hell or stuff like that.
I think that didn't the
I
most
mean,
recent pope
I
kind of be have more of a supportive stance?
I
I don't know.
think so, but I don't know how strong that stance is. Basically,
They just gotta really struggle to find more taxpayers and people supporting religion, and suddenly they're gonna sway a lot. into, whatever is necessary to make people like them.
I don't know. I guess that why I don't like it is because I guess I don't really trust religion and religious figures and leaders, because a lot of the time what they do is there to exert control or to, dictate how people should live.
Get your grandma's money so they can buy a private jet.
Yeah, stuff like that. So if they try to make themselves look more cutesy and approachable and whatever, I'm immediately sus of that.
Yeah, no, that's valid. And I do see that. And I do think so too. But at the same time, the people that complain about it that are religious, I cannot really relate to them because it's like they kind of almost sound the same as people being like, SpongeBob in my Magic the Gathering, that ruins the whole vibe. That's just, I don't know. For me, that's almost the same.
They want their
It's
old
like,
edition.
yeah, they want the originals only. They don't want anything sullied. They just want to be purists. They don't want Fortnite to include Marvel characters. They want their Fortnite to stay original. You don't play no build Fortnite. You have to learn the build mechanics in Fortnite. Otherwise, you're not a real Christian.
Okay. So next thing we see is the Vatican having a Fortnite like mass thing.
They're gonna do a battle pass for the Vatican and Fortnite. The church should have that money actually, but I'm not sure. I do believe the church has a lot of money still. Ah, yeah. Anyway, that's all I had for this week. Kinda, I guess.
I had the fact that Russia made like decided to fine Google for an amount of money that doesn't even exist in the world combined, 20
Oh yeah, of course they did.
decillion dollars.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
And they claim now that that fine against Google is symbolic because they want to put pressure on Google to lift the restrictions on their Russian YouTube channels.
What do you mean it's symbolic?
I don't know.
So it doesn't mean anything.
Well, it's a
So
sum
then
of
why
money
should
that
Google
doesn't even
care?
exist.
Yeah, but why should Google care?
I don't know.
That's not how you make Google care. Didn't they also like try to freeze Google's bank accounts or something in Russia? I think there was also stuff like that.
I What I understood was that Google can't even operate in Russia anymore because the branch that they had there was frozen, like its assets were frozen there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, I don't know. They can have. I don't think any government can have that much power over these corporations anyway, for better and for worse. Mostly for worse, but also in this case for better because I mean, it's an American company, right? How would they have any power?
I don't
That's
know.
ridiculous. And then again, depending on how the 5th of November goes, maybe this statement is totally irrelevant and maybe they do have that power.
You mean if a certain candidate that seems to
if
be
the,
very friendly towards Russia and Putin,
if if after the 5th of November there happens to be another rotten Cheeto in chief, then yeah, maybe.
Rotten Cheeto.
Yeah.
Oh man. How are they ready to elect him again? I don't know. I cannot
I don't know,
comprehend.
man. Because enough idiots through the pandemic have, for some reason, been like, you know what? This guy seems like he would make this place truly amazing for myself. I really would love for all the women in my life to have fewer rights. Uh, I would love for the gays to not be able to just exist. And yeah, that would be great if that wouldn't be possible. Also, I like having a medical emergency and going into bankruptcy and losing everything I have. All of those things sound amazing. So why wouldn't I vote for Richie Richison that has never had a successful business in his entire life, but for some reason is considered a master tradesman, the master trader.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If you listen to this podcast and you would vote for Trump, maybe reconsider. I don't know. We're not gonna be like, yeah, do what you want. No, I'm not gonna be like that. That makes no sense. Anyway,
Yeah. Although I still wish Kamala Harris would stop backing Israel.
yeah. I mean, It used to be more like that South Park episode where the whole point was that you need to vote, like vote or die, which is also, I believe it was P Diddy, which in hindsight, yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yikes,
not a
yeah,
great
yeah.
not a great representative of
No,
that.
not a great representative of going to vote. Um, but the whole thing of the choice you have, even back then, was just between a giant douche or a turd sandwich. You know, it's both kind of shit, and it's not neither of them is great. But you have to vote because otherwise, you don't know what happen.
Yeah, you have to
But
vote, but you also have to eventually just fucking have more options and kind of change the
mhm.
system to allow more options because like
But also right
you
now, what I need to add to that is that I don't mean that both candidates are equally shit. I mean that it used to be like that, and now it's no one of those. They are both kind of shit, but one of them is is like an unending pile of shit that's constantly on fire and also seeping into every corner of your house.
yeah.
So do you want to shit on your front door, or do you want shit everywhere in your life? So I know what I would choose.
I guess don't let the shit seep into every corner and burn down your house. But still eventually you might want to take the shit and flush it down and
Yeah, of course. But you want to make sure the other shit doesn't exist.
yeah. Like first you
You
have
want to
to
upgrade.
manage the shit down and then you have to contain the shit and then you can choose to shit only in I don't know where I'm going with this metaphor anymore.
It's like improving your life little by little out of a bad spot. You don't go hard immediately. You're gonna overwork yourself. You gotta do it in portions. Get used to doing things differently, and maybe over time you can do things really well.
I don't know. I don't know how you change a political system properly.
I don't know. There's some to use a German term. There's some Weltschmerz in there. It's not really Schadenfreude anymore, or hasn't been for a while because this affects everyone. So yeah, this is why this week's podcast kind of has it have a little sour note because this is the entire world. So I'm sorry about that, but I feel like that cannot go unaddressed. I think the least we can do is say that. I guess.
Yeah, I've been struggling with that Weltschmerz. I think since the war in Ukraine started, and it got much worse once the Palestine thing disaster got to the situation it's in now. So
Yeah.
it's hard not to bring that up very often, but yeah.
Anyway, it's holiday season. I always find it funny when it the threshold between seasons like this. I mean, it's not a season, right? We don't do seasons anymore. We do commercial segments of time in the year.
Basically.
It's the commercial segment where the Halloween stuff gets thrown out real quick. And the Christmas stuff was already present and it was really quickly pushing out the Halloween stuff even before Halloween happened. And now it's just, you know,
Now you
now you
might
can
find
immediately get
some
it.
you might
Yeah.
find some Halloween stuff in the discount corner that really
Yeah.
needs to be picked up, but everything is basically screaming Christmas at you instead.
We went to Lush 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I think it
And they
was 2
didn't
weeks
have
ago.
any Halloween stuff. They just had Beetlejuice stuff.
Well, doesn't that count though?
No, what I'm saying is I looked at Lush's online presence yesterday because I was considering something. I was just pondering, stuff. And I saw that they had an entire Halloween collection that we didn't even see in the store at that time. So that basically existed for like a week, I guess, or maybe 2 weeks after we went there. But there's Halloween products that I saw that I didn't see while I was there. And there's already the Christmas stuff too. So they're still selling Halloween stuff, but I don't know. They actually went very conservative with their window of Halloween stuff. Too conservative, I would say,
Or
because
maybe they sold out what they had and then they didn't bring more cuz
no, you can buy it right now.
I
I'm
mean in
pretty
the
sure.
store.
Oh, huh.
No
I
idea,
don't
but
know.
yeah, I remember that we were looking for like more Halloween themed stuff and it wasn't there. They had, I think they still had the gift basket with like the 4 bath bombs that are Halloween themed, but it was like actually packaged.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if those were Halloweeny or if those were also just Beetlejuice themed. There was also the Ninja Turtle stuff, but it was very lackluster. Most of it, I think the most tie-in stuff they had was the Minecraft shit because I feel like there isn't a massive overlap between people that really want Minecraft lush stuff and people that, people that really like Minecraft and people that really want lush things. I don't think there's a massive overlap there. There are a lot of Minecraft fans that are adults, but I don't think they would buy lush Minecraft stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea. I wouldn't think they would either, but these guys have that range. But yeah, at Lush, I don't think they had much. Like, I don't even recall them having any Christmas stuff yet when we were there.
No, there wasn't anything. I think like a week later online, I saw some things, and now they have a lot of Christmas stuff, and also some Dia de los Muertos stuff, which I guess looks kind of cute. I don't know. I've still never tried a bath bomb. I just don't like baths that much, honestly.
And I don't like that stuff is so damn pricey.
Yeah, it's the trade-off though, isn't it? It's the whole thing of you want stuff to be more sustainable and then it has to become more expensive. But when it is more expensive, you don't want to pay the money.
Yep, that is the dilemma.
It's like buying clothes and, for some reason clothes have gotten more expensive, but also worse. Like I mean, there's some cheap stuff, right? But even the expensive clothes have gotten worse despite being more expensive. I know. I looked though and I found something very cute that I'm considering as a present. But I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get more lavender smelling stuff. I'm still using my jelly. It broke. It's now two-part jelly. It,
Oh
it broke in the
no,
middle.
your shower gel
Yeah.
jelly.
Yeah, my shower jelly. My Twilight shower jelly. It's not themed after the movie.
Oh, I was gonna
But
ask.
no.
So now you have
It
to hold a smaller blob.
yeah. Now I use half of it, which breaks down more easily. But I've been using it a lot because I work out relatively frequently now and also cycle to work and back. So I do shower with it a bunch of times.
Well, if we're doing a Lush update, I can also update you on the status of my soap, the peppermint cake
Boop, boop,
soap
boop, boop,
thing.
boop. Bubbly, bubbly sounds, a watery wave sound, and some pop, 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 pop. It's the Lush soap update.
Oh
Yeah,
god, I don't we
wow.
really don't work with any of these brands. We really do not advertise these brands. People who listen to this, I don't know. We know just as much or as little as you do. We don't really know if these brands are
I
any good.
am, I am, and have never been sponsored by anybody.
Me neither. But yeah, my soap update. So I've been also using it a lot because you wash your hands every time with it, and it's been shrinking in size, but it's just very sticky. It basically, like, I've been keeping it on a plate, and it literally is like if you made marshmallow wet. Like, it sticks to the fucking plate, and it gets all like fucking, I don't know. It is just a mess. And I had to actually stick a piece of normal soap on the bottom so that that piece at least keeps it apart from the plate.
I made a
That part,
Franken soap.
I made a Franken soap so that at least that is kind of like a holder for the rest of the soap so that I can
Very
actually pick
spooky.
it up. And when
Very
you
spooky.
wet it,
Very seasonal.
like when you wet it, you can then actually rub it on your hands and then you put it back with the real soap bit underneath and it kind of works. But otherwise it's a sticky mess.
Beep, 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 boop, boop. Anka soap hacks. Boop, 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 boop.
At that point, like if you like you can't even grab this fucking soap, you have to use another soap with the soap. It still smells great though. Like that's the problem. Still love how it smells.
Yeah. Oh, I there was one really sad piece of news that I didn't think I would bring, but we already brought the vibe down so hard that I guess it cannot get any worse
I thought
anyway.
we were getting it back up a little bit.
Okay, never mind then. Nobody needs to know this.
No,
Yeah,
tell me.
cut that out. Cut that out. Cut it.
Tell
Cut it.
me.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it
Make
out.
me
No,
depressed.
no. You of all people don't need to. You don't need that. Nobody needs that. It's fine.
Can't believe
It's
that we don't
fine.
get our depressing information.
Nah, we don't need
Withhold
that
thing of
information.
depression, depressive information.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember that time when I had a news story about this dude that shoved stuff up his butt and wore a kilt and we never talked about it?
Huh?
I just looked at the list of the topic graveyard topics that never get talked about, and there was the kilt. I had a topic called the kilt butt bandit.
You know what? I always wondered what the hell that was, but there was no information or source attached to that card, so I
Hmm.
could not know.
Yeah, I forgot to add the link.
Do you want to tell us about the kilt butt bandit
Now it will be
then?
a very bad third hand account. Yeah, I believe it was I believe it probably was in America. I'm actually not quite sure. Probably is easy to find, honestly. There was a person that went to a charity shop, I believe. They were wearing a kilt and were caught on the CCTV on the camera in the shop putting stuff up their butt.
Okay. And were they stealing these items?
Man caught on video sticking antiques in his butt hole. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
On eBaum's world of all places. Wow.
Do we trust this source?
Well, there's several sources and there is a video.
Yeah, this claims to be around Texas.
The butt pirate. I don't know why pirate is in this one. Yeah, it was in Texas. In Spring, Texas. The place called Spring. This article states this person was shoving vintage goods up his booty.
What do I say to all this?
I don't know, you wanted uplifting news.
Uplifting. Yeah. Yeah, because you lifted up your butt.
Yeah,
That's up there news, yeah.
yeah.
Thanks, Shalom. I'll see you next week.
You're welcome.